If some men are scum, then so are some women. Let's face reality, both genders contribute actively to the outcome of every romantic relationship. So I still dey wonder how someone would just sit down and make this generalization and say something like all men are scum. I don't understand. Since you dey shout all men are scum, all men are scum, you don't forget say your papa na man, your uncle dem na man, your brother sef na man, even your nephews wey dey just born yesterday sef, they follow be scum. Like, let's come off it. I don't know who caused this fight, but time don't reach wey be say we go settle this matter. Like, we need to stop with this whole disagreement. A lot of guys are disgruntled saying we don't need women, this, that one. A lot of women are saying, oh, please, who needs a man? No, that is not the design of God. Absolutely not. If we're going to be at loggerheads and we're always fighting each other, this, that one, like, let me even narrow this message to our younger generation of girls. You keep listening to some of those people on social media telling you all men are scum, just take their money, that's all they're good for. And you have this mentality of, I beg, make I no go suffer with one man. Tomorrow now, you go start to dey pursue small breasts for streets, they leave me. After I don't suffer with them, I beg, I don't want to be an understanding girlfriend. And because you're so consumed with this thought that, oh, all men are just out there to get you, to use you, and to dump you, you fail to realize that there are still very good men out there. Yes, but you can't see that until you change your mentality that all men are scum. It's not possible for all men to be that bad. There are good men out there. Now, this is not to bash any gender. I'm not all about that. My channel is about speaking the truth. Even some of the guys that are my like diehard subscribers sometimes get angry with me because they feel like most of my message is like tailored towards supporting women and taking care of women. And I just say things the way I see them from my own opinion and from the opinion of right and wrong. I don't know if you support wetin dey wrong because if you just tell me that all men has come, no. That's a very, very wrong narrative. I don't know who started to spread that up, but that person needs to stop. And to you there, young ladies, young girls, you need to know that for you to attract the good men, a man who will take care of you, you have to change your mentality and your mindset that all men are out there to just get you and then use you and dump you and do all manner of evil. Agreed, there are some men who are plain evil. I have seen some. And if you're saying all men are scum, then news flash, some women are plain evil too. In fact, worse than scum. Let's take the saga of Edonga, for example, the man who went viral recently for sleeping with over 400 women on tape. Now, what really fascinated me about the entire story is the fact that over 90% of those women are married. Like, you know what I mean? A married woman wearing your wedding ring, whether you're wearing it or not, sleeping with a man and even having it on tape. Like, you don't reach that level, we go far. And you're here thinking that some men has come. So are some women. There are principles to having a successful relationship. Everything in life actually is governed by principles. If you're ready to put in the work, if you're ready to do the right things, then you'll get the right results. For a romantic relationship to work, both parties need to come together and actively involve themselves in the relationship. Commit to the growth of that relationship. Love is a choice, it's not a feeling. If love na feeling, some of us will not stay married. And marriage is not always a bed of roses. If you don't agree with me, ask people who have been married for 20 years, 30 years. Even I, who have been married for just 7 years, can tell you for a fact that marriage no be being so. It's not always a bed of roses. All right, there are some down times, there are times you don't feel like it, but then love is a conscious decision to choose somebody every day. You wake up every day and you say to yourself, I choose this person to love you, to cherish you, to trust you, to support you when the need be. That is what love is all about. It's not just some feelings you buy from the market or you get off liquor. It is an active decision that you make every day. It's not about those vows you make on your wedding day. That one, you don't even remember what you talk again. Because it's a ceremony, everybody they clap. Hey, no. This one is between you and yourself. You decide that, okay, I'm going to choose this person. Now my person be this, now my love be this, and we're going to be in this together. We're going to weather the storm together. So all these my darling ladies who go about spreading the narrative of all men being scum, lies and cheat, this, that, even though they have some boyfriend they're just managing on the corner and taking all of his excesses, that is what you don't get to know. It's not every advice you take off social media. Even me that I'm talking, you can decide to take whatever I say with a pinch of salt, whether you believe me or not. Some things are just the way they are. I'm just here telling my truth. There is more to relationship than the flashy things and all these people coming out on social media and saying all of things they do. There is a part of commitment, staying committed, staying supportive of each other. All of these things are what help and contribute to the success of every romantic relationship. And any relationship short of that, I'm sorry, it no go work. All right? If you do not water your own garden, it will always look like the garden on the other compound is greener than yours. That's how it looks from afar. But when you go close, you see that there are some patches, brown here, black there, and but from afar you won't see it. No relationship is perfect. So, dear young lady, before you decide that all men are scum and you're just going to go out and take their money and dump them, ask yourself this question: who am I? What do I want out of dating? What do I want out of this relationship? You need to understand yourself. And I believe that we get to understand ourselves the more when we involve in friendship, in relationship. I'm not saying having sex and sleeping around, though. Far from it. I don't preach that. Because even that is going to cloud your judgment. You won't be able to see correctly because you're already entangling your emotions and all of that. Every don't mix. But when you're in friendship and even when you're dating, you see with your clear eyes and you know when something is right or wrong. So ask yourself the question: who am I? What do I want out of this relationship? Does my values and his values tally and marry each other? Does he believe the things I believe in? What are his goals and life ambition? What kind of person is he? Do we agree? Now, you don't have to be one person. You don't have to agree on everything, but there are some fundamental things you need to agree on. Things like spiritual belief, very important. Do your values align? These are the questions you should be asking, not looking for who has the latest Benz and who has the latest whatever. Now, once you're able to answer this question, then it's going to bring you to the next phase of the things you need to know. What can I do to make sure that my relationship doesn't end in the rocks or it doesn't end like the previous one? Because you can't continue to do the same thing every day and expect that you're going to get a different result. No, at some point you get to do things differently because now you want something different. You don't want your relationship to end like the other one that was a disaster. In fact, abuse have entered the matter. No, you don't want that. So you want to do things differently. Now you're going to ask the questions: how can I please my man? What can I do for him? What does he even need? What does a man need? So for the sake of this video, we're going to look at some of the things that a man need out of a relationship. So if you're here and you're a single lady and you're watching me, take notes. Like I said, you don't need to believe anything I say. Just take it with a pinch of salt. But then it is the truth. I will never come on this platform and tell you things that I don't believe in just because I want views. As a woman, what can you do for a man? I get it. There are a lot of things that men also need to do for their women. And if you follow my channel, I'm sure you would have heard like tons and tons of those advice. Okay. So for this video, I'm talking about what can you do for your man. The first is to give him respect. Respect your man. It is very, very important to every man because why? Men are egocentric in nature. They have egos. When you do not respect him, it makes him feel small. I read somewhere that most men feel that because they are made out of nothing, some things in life make them feel or believe that they're going to end up being nothing. So imagine when you do not respect him, how it makes him feel. Because it feels like this one self no they rate me, she know they respect me. Does it mean that I'm good for nothing? Maybe that's why some of them are aggressive and then they resort to physical fighting and being aggressive with a woman. Respect his opinion, respect his principles, respect his boundaries. If he says he doesn't want a certain thing, do not do it. If he says, my wife, please, I don't like you bringing those girls or your friends over to the house and having them sleep in my house for days on end, stop it. Respect him as a man. Treat him well. Respect is fundamental. Now, it's not a one-way thing, but it's even more particular for a man. A man also needs to respect his wife. Like I said, if you need advice on how to treat a woman, I have tons and tons of video like that on this platform. So let's move to the next thing you can do for a man. Support him. This can be emotionally, physically, mentally, even spiritually. You can support your man spiritually by praying for him. Do you know that the prayer of every woman is very effective, especially when it's coming from an honest heart, a heart that is free of grudges, malice, bitterness, anger, all of those things? The prayer of a woman is very effective. And remember, when it comes to marriage, our Lord is the constitutor of marriage. So when you say, oh Lord, this man that you've given to me, protect him, provide for him, bless him so that we can enjoy. I'm sure he's going to answer that prayer. Why not? Because this is his institution. Now him matter and I go just the progress anyhow. You don't understand. Support his goals and ambitions. Whatever thing and dreams he has, automatically they should become yours. Support him, be his cheerleader, number one cheerleader. If anybody no support him for this life, you suppose support him. That is how you can love a man. Support is very, very important to a man. Thirdly, appreciate him. Men also love to be appreciated. I remember one time I was pregnant for my first child, and then I just realized that at some point in that pregnancy, I was just craving shawarma. Every time. So my husband, I will tell him and then he will buy for me. And usually I don't even used to see all this kind of special thank you, this, that. But one day I just took my time and I was appreciating him. Thank you. The way this thing they hungry me, if not because say they buy am for me, I fit chop am for dream, things like that. He was so happy and he continued to buy it for me. In fact, he just they buy for me until at some point I'm like, okay, mo no buy again, mo no for more wait first, more calm down. Like, because he was pumped up. That's to show you what appreciation means to a man. Don't think that what you do for me, or that they buy motor for their girlfriend, they buy motor for their wife. You what you do for me, make her they thank you because you buy me phone, common phone. Don't do that. The worst thing you can do is to compare him with another man. Oof, you don't kill him. And lastly, stay committed to loving him. Remember, I said love is a commitment. Love is a choice. It's not some feelings. Stay committed to loving him. Decide that, okay, I have chosen this man. This is the man I want to love, right? Okay, every day I choose you. Every day I choose you. Once you have that mentality and that mindset, it makes it easier for you to love him. Because now you know that you're choosing him every day, not necessarily because of the things he does for you, but because you have decided that this is my man and I'm going to love him regardless. It's like you waking up every day and making a commitment. It's not just about the vows you made on your wedding day. No, you waking up every day looking at yourself in the mirror as you they pump yourself, telling yourself positive things. You look at your man or you think about your man and you say the same thing. I'm going to love you, Jeffrey. I'm going to love you, John. I choose you and I'm going to love you. Once you decide that in your subconscious, physically it begins to manifest. Loving him becomes seamless to you. Be his peace. Every man needs peace. You can't even begin to imagine how much they need peace of mind, because the life of a man is characterized by hustling, like trying to strive, achieve this, do this for the family, do this for the kids, do this for my wife. And when he comes back home, he just needs some peace and quiet. Give him peace. No go collect trouble, gather for him before he come back house. Unto say you be wife, you don't go quarrel with this one, do case here. And then he comes back home, he's just running from pillar to post. As much as you can, do your own part. Make sure that the home is peaceful. When he comes, he can just quietly relax and forget about the struggles of the day. Very, very important. Now, Christmas is around the corner. Some people will begin this whole comparison game. Mr. A has bought this and this and this for his family, for his wife and everything, and you're comparing him with Mr. A, forgetting the fact that his income and that of Mr. A might not be the same. So let's just try and have understanding. Like I said, I know say some men tell no they hear, some get their own for body, but then as a woman, let's do the needful. Let's do the things that we can do. Stop with the comparison. If he begins to compare you with every lady he sees out there, trust me, you will not be happy because they see a lot. This is the message. Thank you for watching. I hope you found value in this message. I hope it's not just me blabbing and blabbing away. If you did, even if it's just a tiny bit, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so yet. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.